Yep. Good morning, folks. Beautiful Saturday morning here at the ranch, and hope everybody's having a great day. I was going to share with you this morning about a little project I'm working on here, trying to get some really old school stuff going with some old Ambassador reels and some old pistol grip rods. The one thing I've learned since I've started back fishing here is there is an easier way to do things, and if you're going to stand on the deck of your boat and throw a crankbait all day, you're better off with more modern tackle, modern rods and reels, and that kind of thing just doesn't wear you out as much. But certainly I still like my old stuff, so I'm trying to get some things put together here, some old reels and some of the rods that Dad and I used to use. But most of the reels are going to be reels that we used. Some were his, some were mine, and some were some that he passed on to me. And then I've got the first graphite rod he ever gave me in about 1984, so we're talking over 40 years ago, and an Ambassador 2500C on that rod that he gave me. That reel's probably 50 years old, but he gave that to me sometime in the late 80s there as well. So I've got that. I've got his old 5500C. I've got a 5500C from another really good family friend, as well as I've got a couple of old reels, one from my Uncle David and one that my Uncle David gave me that was my grandfather's, my grandfather Kaufman. We all called him Pawpaw. I got it cleaned up last night. It was in pretty rough shape, pretty corroded. It's an old Ted Williams Sears and Roebuck, but I believe it was made by Daiwa. It looks like the Daiwa Millionaire reels. So I want to pause here and I want to show you those reels and rods that I'm putting together. So, when I want to just go and have an old school day, I'll have those that I can just put in the sleeves and throw in the boat and head out. So I'll take a pause here and we'll show you that. All right, we're back here, and if you look here, this reel on the bottom, that is on a Fenwick rod that I bought, but that reel would be an Ambassador that my uncle gave me. My Uncle David gave me. That was one of his old reels that he gave me that I've cleaned up and works pretty good. This next one is the Ted Williams reel that he gave me as well, that I said was my grandfather's, my pawpaw's. This is on an old Browning boron rod that I have purchased here at a yard sale a few weeks ago, and you can look at those two rods there. I purchased it and I put that reel on there. I think they're going to match up pretty good. This third reel, I think that I've highlighted it before, maybe in a post on Facebook, but this would belong to a close family friend, Mike Hester. This is on an old Fenwick Eagle rod that I purchased, and that reel is in really, really good shape. The fourth one up here is the old 2500C that I talked about. This reel is one that my dad gave me many years ago, and it is on the old Browning rod that he gave me. I know that rod he gave me in 1984. Don't ask me how I know that, but I do remember that. I guess it was that big of a deal in my life to get a Browning rod, and I'll have that rod forever. The next reel here, the handle's been upgraded on it, but this would be my dad's old 5500C. I'm guessing that reel is probably over 50 years old. I've got it on a Fenwick clunker stick rod that I purchased. Nothing there as far as family or anything, but certainly the reel means a lot to me. This next reel here is another 5500C, and that would be the first Ambassador reel that I ever purchased, and that would have been in the late 80s. It is on a Fenwick Yellow Jacket, an old glass rod, one that I purchased too. Nothing there special about it, just a cool old yellow rod. And the next one, I think this reel is a purchase reel. I've upgraded the handle on most of these reels. This is old Ambassador 4600C. It's on an Eagle Claw. It's an old Tom Mann rod. Certainly, again, a glass rod. These glass rods seem to make pretty good rods for crankbaits. They got some backbone to them, but they're pretty light action. You don't rip the bait out so bad. Then the next one, this will be this is a 4500C. You notice the thumb deal there on the side as opposed to the thumb bar that was on the 4600s, but this I believe is a 4500C. That was a reel that my dad had for a long time too, that I've got it cleaned up and use it quite a bit. This is on a Fenwick HMG rod. I think I put that rod on the last post that I made. This rod was redone by Wayne Edens at Smackdown Rods. He does a really good job. We cut the handle down on it, made a pistol grip handle. But certainly some rods and reels that I look forward to getting put together and getting back maybe into some action at certain points in times. Anyway, here we are back. Just wanted to share that with you this morning. Looking at those rods and reels and trying to get them put together. I may take a few of them out here this afternoon and this evening, early evening. Still got a full moon. If I can stand it, I'm gonna fish a little while after dark again. Maybe if I'm catching them, I might fish a while after dark. Hope everybody has a good day. Thanks for checking this out.